want to answer a few questions? You might save some animals. Yeah, I'll take you right over here just because that way we're out of the walkway. So my name's Anna. Let me put my sign down. So we're here just asking people, what do they think about animals?
I love animals, especially dogs.
Yeah, dogs are great. They have like their own personalities, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're so sweet. Do you think we should respect animals?
most definitely, yes.
Yeah, me too. So this next question is kind of hard, but just know I'm not trying to trip you up. But I'm just curious, how do you feel about the animals that we send to slaughterhouses?
That's not a way to treat an animal.
Right, yeah. Can we respect them while using them without their consent?
It depends on how the animal's their behavior.
Their behavior? What does that mean?
I mean, if they're being violent animals,
Sure,
have
yeah,
to be-
self-defense.
yeah.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Yeah, protecting yourself, or maybe even protecting crops, right? Sometimes farmers protect crops. They will, unfortunately, harm other animals, but that's self-defense, right? That's understandable.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you think that we need from animals that we can't get from like other sources?
People should have way more respect for animals. I mean, I live on a farm up in
Okay.
New York
Okay.
right now to this very day.
Yeah.
And we respect all our animals. I mean, because they respect all of our property, all our crops, and all that.
What kind of farm is it?
Just vegetables and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You know, flowers.
You mentioned animals. Were they raising the animals for use?
You know, just for my nieces and nephews.
Okay. Are
You
they
know.
cows, chickens,
We
pigs?
got cows, we got some
Cows.
chickens.
Are they dairy cows, or are they just raised for their flesh?
You know, just for their flesh.
For their flesh. Okay. So even though they're given this really nice life, is it fair to take their life when they want
No,
to
it's
live?
not.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's time for them to go, you know,
Well, so we have adults that get to really old age, right, where they might even need to be on some kind of support, but we wouldn't take their life from them just because they're elderly, right? We want them to
True,
live as
yeah.
long. Do you think the animals want to keep living?
it depends on what kind of, how their body is.
Can you think of an animal that doesn't want to live?
I say a dog that's not really being really helpful,
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. If not helpful, or do you mean like they're sick?
that they're sick and can't get well.
Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. It's in their best interest, right? Is it in the best interest of the cow to send them to a slaughterhouse, even if they're elderly? Is that in their best interest, or is it in the best interest of the people that want to benefit from that?
That's a hard question to answer.
Do you think you play a part in that?
I'm not God or anything.
No, but do you know what supply and demand is?
No, what's that?
So when you go to a store, or even just the
Okay,
farm
I
you're
know
at,
what you mean.
yeah, when you accept that, they're going to replace it. That means because of you, the next animal will be sent to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, that's true. But
Do you know of a way that you can abstain from doing that, from not being the reason why those animals are put there?
no, I couldn't explain
Most people don't know. Do you know the word vegan?
it. Yeah,
What does it mean? Do you think?
it's like being like not eating an animal.
That is something we do, but it's out of principle. It's not because we don't want to consume animals. It's because we recognize that animals are more like us than we thought, and that they care what happens to them, just like we do. And since they're there only because we ask them to be there, if I were the one in the cage, I would hope my oppressors would stop using me if they knew they didn't have to. And I don't know if you know so back to that supply and demand, when you remove your demand for them to be in those cages, the people that produce them actually reduce the number of animals they bring into existence. So you're actually saving 100 to like 300 animals a year if you went vegan. And that means everything to them.
Yeah, true, but
Have-
sometimes they have to go.
Well, when do they have to go?
If they're not doing well,
Sure, again, that's in their best interest, right? If they're sick. If I was sick to a point where I couldn't care for myself, no one could care for me, I was in pain, then I might look for that out, right? But if I'm still okay, I'm still aware, I'm not suffering that much, if I still want to live, is it right to take my life away from me?
no, it's not right, but
So same thing with even the dogs, the cows, the pigs, the chickens. If they want to live, we shouldn't take their life from them. Of course, if they're suffering, and they can't go on. That's their best interest that we're taking into consideration. But when we send them to a slaughterhouse, that's not in their best interest. That's our best interest, right? Yeah,
true.
that's not fair. That's called exploitation. And we find that when we're exploited, that's wrong, right? Yeah. If you and I were being oppressed, we would want that to stop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, we are the oppressors to the animals. Are you willing to stop oppressing them? Are you willing to go vegan? It just means to live your life against
yeah,
oppression.
I know what you mean.
Well, so what if it were you in the cage?
Put me down, I mean.
Yeah, what if it was someone innocent, like a child?
No.
So if there were children that were being cut up into meat, you wouldn't eat them, right?
No.
Even if it was convenient. Someone gave it to you. Someone made spaghetti with baby meatballs.
No.
So why is it different for the animals?
It's really not.
It isn't, exactly. I understand you maybe not have thought about this before. I'm going to give you a card. So on this side with the colors, if you scan that with a phone, you can see there's a documentary. And all it shows you is just standard practice. Just shows you what is allowed under these labels, what's humane, what's grass-fed, all of this. Because we think it means something, but it really means something else. So it's important, if you're going to be a part of this system, if you're going to demand these animals go through it, you should know exactly what you're demanding they go through. And then ask yourself, do you want to support those people doing that? Do you want to give them your money and support? Even if it's not your money, do you want to support them? Do you want to support that system?
Okay, I'll check into it.
I really appreciate that. And there's also nutrition information on there. I don't know if you're ever around food banks. There's a food bank around here that's vegan that's called Food Not Bombs. They give away free vegan food. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, look them up sometime. They're here in Portland. They move around though. I think they're a pop-up, so you'll have to find where they are. But yeah, they're just a great organization. And like I said, the first thing I would do is watch the documentary on that film. If you don't have a way to scan it,
I got a way.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you just look up the movie Dominion, it's down here at the bottom. You just look that up on YouTube. That's the documentary.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, I really appreciate. What was your name?
Joe.
Joe. I'm Ann. I'm gonna give you an elbow.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, Joe. And thank you for looking at the resources. It takes a strong, good person to do that. So thank you.
Oh, believe me, I love animals.
Yeah, I can tell. You have a compassionate heart, really. I really see you going vegan. All right. You have a great day, Joe.